Impressively, he turned to Sushil and advised him to lie in bed. He would not have the medicated tablets brought for him. Instead, he would drink a brew that would cure him of the stomach ache. With such advice, Subal went to make the brew, bolting the door from outside. Sushil was very puzzled. He disliked the brew his father had made him drink in earlier occasions. It was too terrible. Subal entered the room with the pot of brew. Sushil jumped out of his bed and declared that the stomach ache was gone and there was no need for the weird drink. He was ready to go to school. Subal strictly ordered that Sushil must stay in bed the whole day. With these words, he made his son to drink the dreadful drink. Sushil had no option but to drink it. Subal locked his son and went out. As the day dragged on, Sushil's suffering increased. The forced imprisonment in his room was too hard for the noisy and naughty boy to bear. He wept endlessly. He regretted him being a young boy and fancied being an old grown-up man so that he could take decisions about himself on his own. Outside the room, Subal sat, worrying and reminding about his childhood days. During those carefree days, he studied as he pleased and paid little attention to his parents' lecture. His parents fawned over him then. He regretted his neglect of studies. He yearned to be young again so that he could make amendments for his past behavior by being a studious student again.
Go.
When both the father and the son were lost in thoughts about traveling back and forth in time, the goddess who fulfilled the desires of her devotees happened to pass by. She heard the requests of the father and the son and granted their prayers. The two seemed joyful in their new avatars the next morning. Old Subal normally slept late and lay in his bed until the late hours in the morning. But now he was a youngster. He sprang out of his bed as soon as the sun rose the next morning. His limbs were moved easily and his teeth were firm. His clothes appeared too oversized to wear. He felt odd. Sushil, on the other hand, was lazy and late to leave his bed. His eyes were dull as he struggled to get up. His father, now young Subal, was making a lot of noise outside. His clothes clung too tightly to his body. He had outgrown them overnight. Beard and mustache had grown all over his face, clouding his childlike innocence. To his horror, he found that he had bald head. Quite uncharacteristically, his body struggled to break free from the bed. The warm bed's embrace was too good to forego. The unexpected makeover had caught the father and son surprised. They found it hard to come to terms with their new physique. The tempt for the freedom to indulge in youthful adventures had driven Sushil to ask the goddess to make him older. However, Sushil felt no desire for outdoor adventures. He had no desire to climb trees, swim in the pond, or just wander around. Instead, Subal felt drained and lazy, but he shook off his energy and indulged in the youthful excitement.